Hello there, and welcome to TK Coach on the Rocks. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful morning. Um, Yesterday, LinkedIn thought I was live all day. Oh, gotta love LinkedIn. As a network, it's an interesting product. Maybe another episode, but hey, now they've got games. But I've managed to thankfully fix it, and it seems like everything is, you know, working. So, what I wanted to talk today is I had an interesting conversation with a leadership development manager from a large corporation, and we've talked about what the leaders need in terms of their LD program, and he was talking a lot about public speaking. And the leaders need to present, and the fact that it's difficult, and how can we train them, and so on and so forth. And this wonderful leadership development manager, a great individual, knows a thing or two about coaching, how humans behave, and all these wonderful things. And I decided to be quite authentic. And despite the fact that I haven't talked about it much, but I've spent I think like a decade in Toastmasters, a wonderful non-profit organization helping people with public speaking and servant leadership. Check it out. It's tagged. Um, I know I've actually been a director for half a London in there, and many other locations, and helped countless people, countless clubs, and coached and mentored them. I rarely speak about it because I left for a reason. Nothing to do with anything sinister or whatsoever. I just thought, at one point, the challenge became that public speaking became all about the person on the stage, the star. You're here, right? In fact, one would say that this particular show is a bit of an extension of my public speaking career, but, there you go. At least it's short. The thing, however, is, and I, talked about it with this wonderful leadership development manager, is about, it's not about the skills, it's not about the techniques, it's not about gesticulation, stage movement, pronunciation, or anything like that, or even your wonderful stage or other equipment. It's all about how you are comfortable with yourself and how you're showing up. What is it that, if you want to be congruent, is there about you? How you can reflect on yourself? What is it that's valuable for other people? And what is it that you want to give to them? Now, you might want to give very little. It might be a presentation about you. That's not something we or I practice that much. So that's different. That's a different kind of public speaking. But the public speaking that I advocate, and I always do my best to practice, is be your authentic self and really be open about what you want to give to your audience. Because even if there is one person listening to you, which sometimes my live streams are quite small, it's still public speaking because you're speaking to someone. And I think many people struggle with public speaking. In fact, the majority of people struggle with public speaking because it's not that they lack confidence. Is, in other words, maybe they do lack confidence, but what I think is going on for many people, and also for my coaching clients, is they're not comfortable with who they are and what they have to say. They diminish themselves, talking about, okay, I'm not smart enough, or I will not behave correctly, or my language skills are not great enough, or my shirt is not the right color, or my body is not in the right shape, whether it's been too thin or too bulky or whatever you want to say. All these thoughts are perfectly natural, right? Because you're being scrutinized. But if you yourself, the speaker, mainly and finally get to grip with the fact that you are yourself and you have so much to offer, all these opportunities will open up for you. You will see that people will value you for who you are and the great things you want to give. If you want to give, if you want to give something to your audience, and even if you're a wonderful, perfect speaker with all the attributes, all the skills, all the panache and, polish, but you've got nothing to give, and this is just a ruse to get something from the people you're speaking to that came and are listening to you. They will find out. They may be enamored by your act, but in the long term, it's just an act. It's acting and not public speaking. And, acting obviously can be entertaining, but the question is, do you want to be out there? Do you want to give something to people? Or do you want to be an actor and act to get something from them? I'm not saying, that that's evil, being an actor. I guess sinister cheating and taking people for a ride, it's not something I would condone, but it does happen. So the important thing is, are you a cheat? Are you willing to be yourself and show up as yourself? Because if you are, you've got nothing to be afraid of, and people will really see that. With that, hopefully you don't think I'm a cheat, and I will do my best to be here as I always am tomorrow at 9:45. And I also hope that this time LinkedIn will recognize the fact that I've ended the stream. You won't think I am live all day. Well, let's see. Goodbye. Oh, sorry. I've pushed the wrong button. There you go. Sometimes it happens. Okay. Oh, that's the right button now. Goodbye again.